Seven, six, five, four, three, two, one.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother. Seven, six, five, four, three, two, one.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother. Seven, six, five, four, three, two, one.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
we said, why not do a collection also which is inspired by our farm to fashion? And therefore, we called it Matchmaker because we were matching the farm to the fashion. And the inspiration we took from the land of our farmers. So if you saw the picture which was put at the end of our presentation, it had the landscape of how our farmers' land actually looks like. So the squares and the rectangles which form the multi-cropping pattern was part of the inspiration. And the colors also came from there. So Kabini, where we grow the cotton, is a forest reserve area. So all the greens are inspired by the forest. It has a river flowing through it, the Kabini River. So the blue is the inspiration from there. And the browns and the grays are from the soil. Also, it's an elephant country. So the gray is inspired by the elephants. And it's a tiger reserve area. So the yellow was inspired from the tigers. So that is the inspiration behind the whole collection. And one multi-cropping that they do over there very commonly, what the food that they eat is ragi. So that was a red kind of accent that we gave into our collection. So this was the whole concept and this was the inspiration.
Your collections over the years have always been very vibrant when it comes to colors, and it's very exciting patterns, something that you've been spoken about time and time again. We see the same technique applied even for this collection. I'd like to know from Mani, what was it like when you all were, conceptualizing this show? I mean, we've got the creativity, we've got the concept down, but I'd like to know more about when you were presenting or thinking about the lines of for Lakme Fashion Week, what you want to do different, because it's sustainable fashion and cotton is such an important part of the ethical story. So I'd like to know from you about that.
I'm a third generation cotton man. For a cotton man to see the produce of a farmer coming up to this level and to reach out to a fashion stage, it's really brought tears in my eyes. And that is something that we've always dreamt of. And this is more like giving the farmer his due identity. Today, people, after watching this show, know the cotton is coming from Kabini and it's grown by the farmers of Kabini. And how many of the customers know what is the story behind the stuff? So today, that story came out live. When people saw this collection, they know, okay, this collection is inspired by the farm story of Kabini and the farmers who grow this cotton that went into the product. So as a cotton man, I'm really, really thrilled.
Also,
and
to answer your question about the colors, since this was an autumn-winter collection, our focus, and when we took up the whole collection itself, we had color schemes which was blues and to the dark blues and the greens and the teals. So those were kind of especially, it just came together and it just blended very well with the whole winter theme. Also the two accent colors which we had, the reds and the grays and the beiges, just blended in very well.
It was a very beautiful collection, all in all, and we are so happy that we got to see it on the most important day for Sustainable Fashion Day at Lakme Fashion Week. So it was a beautiful collection. I'd like to throw open the floor to any questions, media. If you have any questions for our duo, no? Okay, thank you. Yeah.
How do you see sustainable fashion growing in the past few years to now? How do you see it?
I think slow fashion is slowly catching on. Our customers are aware of what's happening at the ground level, and sustainable farming is something we are aware of. What are the farmers' issues? But suddenly customers don't have a link to it. How do I contribute to alleviate the situation of at the ground level? And slowly sustainable food, organic food is already in a vogue. And comes to textile, people are realizing that sustainable fashion is the way forward. And slow fashion is something that can sustain our age-old heritage sector, which is the handloom, which is what we are also promoting through this cotton. So I think that concept is slowly coming of age, and it's going to grow further.
And that is why this whole concept of this Sustainable Fashion Day at the Lakme Fashion Week has so much of importance. Because finally, if you want trends to come down, it comes down through fashion. So this is something we really hope that this would become a huge movement in India, because we need to really sustain our arts and crafts and our handloom tradition. So this, by making it fashionable and by bringing pride into the wearer and by bringing pride into the maker, would be the best combination.
Really well said. Thank you. Are there any other questions? Okay. Just request to add.
Given a chance, who would you like to dress up?
as a role model, or
Yeah. Whom would you like
I
to
don't know, you're in the fashion side.
See, there's really, we have a whole load of women who are very, very special women who are already wearing our clothes. So I wouldn't want to point out one single person. But there are so many role models all across. So we have a lot of people who are educators, who are doctors, who are leaders, who are already wearing and who are inspiring people to start wearing such clothes. So I think all of them, these are the kind of women that we are targeting. I wouldn't want to point out one particular person.
I'm sorry, I'm not from the fashion world. Anybody who can inspire the youngsters in terms of use of sustainable and also the heritage thing where they can become role models and inspire more youngsters to come and wear the saris. You know, handloom is a dying sector and it needs a lot of patronage and support. And if someone who can convey, anybody who can convey this message and inspire people to get into slow fashion like what we are promoting, they will be our role model. Yes.
Today there are already so many groups on social media. You have Kaitari, you have Sari Speak, you have the 100 Sari Pact, you have so many things. And these are normal day-to-day women who are inspiring so many others to join and to start talking about their clothes. I think these are the heroes and these are the women we would love to clothe.
Thank you. Just a request to you all, if you all could please come to the front so we could take